Oops, sorry about that. My computer died right in the middle of recording. And thanks God I'm using MKV so I can go back and recover. Anyway, let's see. Where did we leave off? We left off talking about deep diving into math. Yeah. Okay, well, it's something I've been toying with. Um, while I'm let's go ahead and finish this first. Another thing I've been toying with is writing some papers, or doing some videos on my opinions on things outside of gunshot acoustics, which for most of the things I would be talking about, they really would just be opinions. And, just like every other channel, opinions on, why somebody did something or didn't do something. Because I think, for the most part, people are asking a lot of questions, but they're providing very few answers. And I'd like to play devil's advocate and go on to the other side and say, look, just from a common sense standpoint, wouldn't this behavior be reasonable to understand? For example, the Hoover thing. Hoover comes along and says we saw, lights in the sky. Nobody's documented them. What are they? Blah 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 blah. But then, I come along and I say, well, how many people identified helicopters as the source of the shooting? Not too many. How many people identified Mandalay Bay as the source of the shooting? Quite a few. So in that case, the preponderance of testimony would seem to favor a non-helicopter phenomena. Just those sorts of questions. And then, since Johnny Boy hasn't done it, I'd like to come up with a timeline of where the helicopters were when the shots occurred, and see if there's any alignment whatsoever. You never know, I might be surprised. There might be some alignment there, and for the life of me, I don't know why Hoover hasn't done it, or if he has, I haven't seen it. And then I realized that I needed to go back and do the first 6 shots again. I never did a real complete analysis and presentation, or I did the analysis, but I never did do a real good presentation on the first 6 shots. And that was a fairly lengthy investigation on my part, where I compiled lots and lots of information. And then I'd like to also cover the accidental discharges. I've been working recently on the timing of it, and could it have happened the way they said it happened, and blah blah blah. There's just a lot of things like that. Overall, though, I am committed to doing most of the things in this first list, and in particular, I am committed specifically to doing item number 5. I've been presented with and compiling a lot of visual information on video anomalies that could support or contradict the narrative, and I think it's time to present that information. So anyway, that's about it, and we'll get back to you in a few weeks. This is going to take some time, and then we'll get going back on it. So I'm still around. What did Mark Twain say when he said essentially, I forget it. He said basically the rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated, or something like that. So anyway, we'll catch you in the next one in a few weeks.